We often find ourselves fixated on the epic clash between giants like China and the US. But what if I told you there's another country quietly redefining our perspective? Imagine everything around us, from screens to cars, hinges on those tiny silicon chips, our modern world's secret sauce. There's this super interesting company over in the Netherlands that holds a monopoly on making these chips. Imagine they're the wizards who create the tech magic for big names like Apple, Samsung, and even Intel. People are talking about them a lot lately because the things they're cooking up are mind-blowing, and they could shape the future of technology for the entire planet. But wait, there's more. In this video, we're diving into how this Dutch powerhouse might be shaping things on a global scale. We're talking about how they're connecting the dots between the Netherlands and places like China, and uncovering whether the Netherlands has always been a mastermind in the political world. So buckle up, because it's about to get fascinating. Starting from its historical roots, let's journey to a modest town called Veldhoven in the Netherlands. With around 45,000 residents, it might seem like just another peaceful place. But here's the intriguing twist. This unassuming town is at the center of a global economic symphony that has been catching the watchful eyes of superpowers worldwide. Back in the year 980, the Rote River flowed peacefully alongside a few dozen folks. Over centuries, the village swelled to over 500 residents. Yet a colossal flood reshaped its destiny, leaving a 100-year-long hiatus in its wake. Little did anyone know this area would transform into an economic powerhouse for the ages. Fast forward to the mid-1200s, and a dam emerged along the Rote River, reclaiming the land it had once washed away. King William IV of Holland embraced the village, renaming it Rotterdam, and had an ambitious canal project in mind. This seemingly small canal was about to spark a revolution. As ships became more advanced and global trade flourished, Rotterdam's strategic position turned it into a bustling trade hub. But here's where it gets fascinating. As empires like Britain, Spain, and Portugal vied for dominance, the Dutch took a different route. Instead of expansive conquest, they focused on precise control. Trading posts, resource zones, and forts were their game. They embraced free markets, property rights, and technology, which birthed the Dutch Empire. Imagine this. In the 1600s, while others thirsted for sprawling territories, the Netherlands fine-tuned its mastery. They dictated resources like spices, luxuries, and rye, controlling an astounding 50% of European trade by 1670. All this from a nation with just around 2 million people. Now you might be wondering, what happened to this remarkable trade empire? Well, here's the captivating twist. It never really disappeared. Even after the decolonization of its empire, the Dutch quietly retained their status as one of the world's major trading forces. Take a glance at the global trade landscape, and you'll notice something intriguing. While the leading exporters are indeed familiar giants like China, the United States, Germany, and Japan, a surprising contender emerges just behind them. Can you guess who? Is it a historical powerhouse like the UK or France? How about a populous nation like Brazil or India? Maybe an emerging manufacturing heavyweight like Indonesia? Well, here's the twist. The Netherlands claims this spot. It is still among the top exporters of goods worldwide. Think about it. Despite a modest population of only 19 million people, the Dutch continue to wield significant influence in the realm of global trade. Their impact runs deeper than you might imagine. Behold, the port of Rotterdam, still Europe's busiest and the second busiest outside of Asia. Here's the jaw-dropper. European trade courses through this very port, mirroring the historical flow that marked the zenith of the Dutch Empire. This enduring legacy reminds us that even in a fast-changing world, some stories continue to thread seamlessly through time. Well, the more interesting part is that the Netherlands doesn't stop here. Chips, those tiny but mighty powerhouses, reign over data centers and military advancements. While Intel, Samsung, and TSMC are familiar names in the semiconductor realm, there's a less-known yet paramount player in the mix: ASML Holdings. Nestled in the Netherlands, ASML stands as the lone global producer of intricate machines that orchestrate chip creation. Back in the day, ASML's mission revolved around crafting the very tools used by other companies to conjure computer chips. These chips, destined for tech giants like Apple, would then birth the computers that revolutionized our world. Building a computer, it seems, all began with ASML. Yet, ASML's story took a remarkable turn. As computing chips evolved, they shrank considerably, a phenomenon encapsulated in Moore's Law. This law drove computing efficiency skyward as transistors dwindled in size. But a hurdle loomed. The physical limits of miniaturization threatened to halt Moore's Law. Enter the United States Department of Energy researchers spotting a potential solution in extreme ultraviolet lithography, EUV. EUV was complex, even a bit theoretical, yet brimming with promise. Strikingly, one company ticked all the boxes for EUV's intricate journey, ASML. Thus, from the early 2000s to 2018, ASML toiled refining and perfecting EUV technology. And in 2018, the breakthrough arrived. ASML unveiled a revolutionary chip-making machine, leapfrogging the competition by miles. ASML's triumph isn't just about chips, it's about progress itself. Chris Miller, the mind behind Chip War, boldly claims that microchips are the new oil. And just as World War II hinged on steel and aluminum, the next phase of human history pivots on these minuscule wonders. Back in the 1960s, transistors were these hefty things, about a centimeter in length. But fast forward to today, and ASML has whipped up some technological wizardry. They're crafting transistors at a mere 3 nanometers. Think the size of a delicate strand of DNA. This leap vaulted ASML leagues ahead of the competition. So while some rivals were playing catch-up 5 years away, many were trailing a whole decade behind in the transistor race. ASML's wizardry is rewriting the chip-making rule book. This triumph has propelled ASML into the spotlight, shining both in positive and not-so-positive ways. Let's start on the bright side first. Since 2018, their stock price skyrocketed by a jaw-dropping 300%, sealing their place among the creme de la creme of tech companies, reigning as Europe's unrivaled tech gem. ASML also seized the moment during the global chip famine of 2020 and onwards, capitalizing on the chaos to fuel its rapid growth. Now, the stage shifts to a geopolitical and tech showdown that's been brewing between two global juggernauts, the USA and China. Imagine this. Holding the key to the world's most advanced chips translates to a turbocharged technological and economic engine. Lagging behind in chip tech means lagging behind in AI, military prowess, productivity, you name it. This insight is at the core of a strategic move. The United States, along with the Netherlands and Japan, inked a deal that shackles China's access to cutting-edge chip-making know-how. This deal, though it may have flown under the radar amid a flurry of headlines, could very well shape the entire year. The grand plan? Keep China a generation behind the Western world in tech. It translates to a chess move aimed at maintaining dominance, ensuring that China remains a step behind. And here's the kicker. If big corporations crave the newest chips, they have to set up shop anywhere but China. It's a dance of technology, power, and strategy that's set to echo for years to come. Yet China was no stranger to the impending trade shift. Anticipating the game-changing deal, China had already embarked on its own chip-making journey. However, the journey to chip supremacy is no stroll in the park, and many experts reckon they could be a decade or more away from catching up to the Netherlands and ASML. When the Netherlands, USA, and Japan sealed their trade pact, China's foreign minister didn't hold back, labeling the move as bullying and disruption to global trade norms. Responding to this verbal jab, the United States unveiled a massive $76 billion initiative to lure chip manufacturers back to home turf, curbing reliance on foreign nations, particularly China, for an array of technologies. The ripple effect was swift. Chip makers from around the globe, keen on the allure of ASML's groundbreaking technology, rushed to announce significant projects on American soil. It's like ASML holds the key to the grand chessboard in the epic computer chip battle between the United States and China. As of now, ASML's allegiance tilts towards the US, thanks to its decisive power over the distribution of cutting-edge chips. Remember those earlier conversations about ports and trade? Well, China isn't just playing defense. They're mounting a strategic counter-move. Rotterdam, the bustling Dutch port, relies heavily on Chinese business, with nearly half of its activity flowing from China's commerce. But it doesn't stop there. China's investments and ambitions extend as they eye Rotterdam as a vital linchpin in their ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, aiming to tighten their grip on Europe's pivotal port. So picture this unlikely battleground. Not the streets of Beijing or the avenues of Washington, but the heart of the Netherlands, where the United States and China waged their silent war for technological supremacy. Moreover, unlike many, the Netherlands' export and import take center stage, with this economic ballet accounting for over 160% of its GDP. Now that's quite the showstopper, especially when you compare it to Germany's 50%. The Netherlands has truly mastered the art of trade and is a tech powerhouse in the making. Nestled among the global giants, it stands tall as one of the top 10 investors in technology. A whopping 75% of these tech investments swirl into the enchanting realms of software, services, and innovation. Fueling this tech symphony are colossal research citadels like the Brainport region in Eindhoven, with over 5,000 tech entities calling it home, including titans like Philips, DAF, and Oracle Corporation. This region pulsates with innovation. Yet it's not just the bigwigs hogging the spotlight. Enter the stage a cavalcade of startups, each adding their unique notes to the symphony of innovation. Brainport, the third largest venture capital hub, is showering its support, pumping in more than $260 million in 2022 alone. Lastly, the Netherlands, with a market 3 times the size of Finland's, boasts a business environment that's as welcoming as a warm embrace. A cascade of qualified professionals swirls around, embracing the ethos of collaboration and growth. It's no wonder that Forbes has crowned the Netherlands among the 5 best countries in the world to make your business dreams a reality. As we conclude this journey through the dynamic world of Dutch trade and technology, we invite you to share your thoughts. What do you make of the Netherlands' pivotal role in global trade? How about their tech prowess and the intriguing battle for chip supremacy? We're curious to hear your take on this captivating story. Feel free to leave your insights and comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.